Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. It's Mason down in the corner of the screen. How are we doing? Hey, appreciate you clicking on the video, supporting the channel, supporting the store. Uh, I wanted to be in this small frame because look at this beautiful card. This nice little graphic that Pokemon itself made. That's awesome. Uh, we're talking Charizard today. I want to talk about Charizard. I want to talk about it's for the first time in a very, very long time that I can remember, possibly ever that I can remember. Charizard is actually a meta played deck, a meta played card, and it's an interesting thing to watch because people are always like, oh, they're leaning on Charizard. They're oh man, it's just more Charizard stuff. Always talking about Charizard. Well, it's because it's actually a played card, guys, and that's why people just keep saying, well, they just keep reprinting Charizards. It's because it's good. It's a good card, and they want it to be not crazy expensive because they know that because Charizard is so popular that yeah, you need to print these cards over and over and over so people have enough to get their hands on to play. So I thought that'd be an interesting thing to look at, discuss, and kind of like a concept to talk about here because I think it's interesting. I think it's fun. So leave this pretty graphic. Thank you, Pokemon, for the graphic, for letting me use that, which you didn't let me, but I'm sorry, I used it. Sorry. Let's look at Limitless TCG. Limitless TCG is a great website. It shows you all the tournament results and the meta decks and the deck lists for people that when they go to click on a deck that you can look at, and it actually breaks down the value and the price of all the cards and see how well it did in tournaments and things like that. So the number one top decks from Brilliant Stars is the to PAR, which is Paradox Rift. This is the meta. Well, this is the meta. Charizard. Charizard, Giratina, Gardevoir, Mew, Genesect, Miraidon, and Lost Zone decks. Those are all the top six, and in any regional, you're going to see pretty much a pretty good spread of all these things. And of course, number one is Charizard. Just recently ran and won the San Antonio regional, and so yeah, very meta, good card. Again, here's all the breakdowns of the deck and all the great results here that things have happened from. And you can actually click on the card, and I'll show you, oh, this is all the printings of them, and what the card does, and a price along with it. So let's look at TCGPlayer now. I was looking at all the TCGPlayer prints of this card, which is always a good place to look at. Let's look at this beautiful, the SIR from Obsidian Flames. Had its ups and downs here recently, but if we look at the 6 months, at an all-time low for Obsidian Flames. So Obsidian Flames, Charizard, because this card just keeps getting printed, keeps getting hit over and over and over, this card has gone down in price. And of course, in the next Paldean Fates, which releases this weekend, we have this guy, a tin, and this tin is more expensive than any of the other tins by a mile, and has the Charizard EX in it. And it's a playable card. So this is going to be way more expensive than the other tins that are out there. And we have, this is the base one from Obsidian Flames. If you look, yeah, I mean it's expensive card for the base rarity of this card. You're looking at $14 for just a regular copy of this card. So that's expensive for a playable card. And I think it being a Charizard has something to do with it. Even with all the hits it's had, all the products it's had, it had its own. Remember this box? This box? This guy. This guy has the Charizard with the stand in it and a bunch of packs in it. This product was very, very popular. Very popular for the holiday season. I sold a ton of these guys. And has a Charizard in it, of course. Then we have we had the Hyper. And we were like, man, sure is a lot of these in this Obsidian Flame set. The Charizard really need all these cards, 4 different variants and all this. The price is really going to hold. And as you can see here, ups and downs, little peaks and valleys, but definitely some sales and throughput of this card that has it stabilized right around this $24, $25 range. So, yeah, I mean, it's a card, again, that is not super expensive, especially for a hyper rare, right? But it's has and retains value even after all these reprints. Then we have this is the promo that is from the box. Again, it's right at $10 to $20, $10 to $10 to $11 right there in that range. It's funny how the set card is actually more expensive than this guy, but that is sometimes how it goes, especially with these promos. People that crack boxes down and break things down, they can very easily crash the price for things, and they are not able to recover because they just have a sheer quantity of them to get rid of and sell through. So let's look at Obsidian Flames as a set, as a booster box. As we can see, huge peaks here right in December. I was actually going to make a video when this box hit this price, and then dip back down at the end of the season, probably because game stores had to sell off and kind of clear the inventory out for the end of the year. But now it has peaked back up above this, right at the same price, right around the 105, 104, 105 price. This is the most expensive Scarlet and Violet box that exists right now. This guy, the box that we touted and said this is a terrible set, nobody wants it, nobody wants to open it, it's awful. It is the best price-wise box of any Scarlet and Violet box right now. So yeah, Charizard has the power, and I've made videos talking about, man, this set is really weak. All it has is Charizard and Pidgeot. Who cares? Apparently, people don't care. They want to open up a Charizard. Doesn't matter what it's from, what set it's from. They want it. So, yeah. And then this is the full art from Obsidian Flames as well. He's kicking around right around, some sold for 25, so it looks like it's around 20-ish. Again, ups and downs, peaks and valleys, but more or less pretty flat, stable around the $14 to $16 range. So, again, this is a card that you need multiples of for this deck. So you have to buy a bunch of these guys up, and it's showing, even with all the prints and all the outrageous amounts of Charizards that's out there. These cards are still very expensive and still very popular to build a deck around. And it's doing very well. Again, the most playable Charizard that I've probably ever seen in my time of owning a LGS. So it's really interesting to watch the sell through for this. So what do we take away from this? Charizard is very much a very popular Pokemon. It is still a Pokemon that people walk into my store and say, hey, I ask them, hey, what's your favorite Pokemon? And they say, oh, it's Charizard. There is a lot of variance in that answer, but Charizard, Pikachu, Eevee, all those things. Charizard is always right up there with the best and the most popular of them. So, something to think about, something to keep in your minds as we go forward. Well, we will see what the printing for these cards. Again, we have a shiny one in Paldean Fates, and then we have the tin of this guy that's on pre-sale for $50 right now. I think these are like $35 tins, $35. So an inflated price on this guy as well, just because it has the Charizard in it. People don't get tired of Charizard. Maybe we, as casual people that are as more informed people, the casuals, they don't get tired of Charizard. They love Charizard. The Charizard 151. It's not this playable Charizard, but it is a Charizard as well. People love that card. Obviously, it's the most expensive one in 151 as well. Charizard is an absolute juggernaut when it comes to popularity and things that is willing to push a set forward and have the momentum just because it has a very popular Pokemon like Charizard in it. Yeah, like I said, we doubted Obsidian Flames, but obviously Obsidian Flames is still a very popular set. When I sell packs, Obsidian Flames is right up there with some of the most popular ones that I have. Charizard is still very popular. So that is it's an interesting thing. We'll see how it performs through Paldean Fates, and obviously how well the deck performs. It's very strong. It'll probably be good for at least into past rotation. We'll see how it does. It is a very good deck. But if playability stays strong and it stays meta, Charizards could, if they stop printing them, could be on the rise. We could see these prices go even higher to where it's kind of unbelievable. We will see what happens. So appreciate you guys watching the video. Support the channel, support the store. Again, remember, we have a new website. It's cnagames.com. It's not cardinalgaming.com. A little bit easier to remember, a little bit easier to type. CNA Games. It's us. It's the same website, same people you're supporting. Come out and buy some things. Buy some Paldean Fates. Comes out this weekend. So appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay.